destroy thee.
And I will destroy thee. So say to your neighbor, say, I don't care what the situation is. If you hold on to God, Satan will be destroyed. Oh, my God. I wish I had a church now. Satan will be destroyed. All right, here we go.
O covering cherub.
O covering cherub.
From the midst of the stones of fire.
He says, listen, this is what I want to get. He says, and I will destroy you, O covering, O thieving, manipulating, evil, lying, cheating, perverse angel. I am going to remove you from the stones of fire. Now catch this here. 2008. This happened eons of years, a gazillion years ago. But God set it up that today, Satan only has access to you if you let him. It's going to get hot in here right now. He only has access to you if you let him. Put it back up there. What does it say? I will destroy, O covering cherub, from the mist, from the presence of the stones of fire. Satan has been dismissed out of our life. The only way he comes is when we give him access to us. Hello, somebody. Now, this is too much for many of us to have and to hold because we want to blame where we are on somebody else. Satan, his name was Son of the Morning. He got in cahoots with the first inhabitants in the earth, Genesis chapter number 1. When God destroyed the earth in Genesis chapter number 1, he destroyed everything. It wasn't until verse number 2 that he came back and began to recreate the first earth. Gave a charge to Adam and Eve to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish. Put back what was once there. Now the question is, where are the inhabitants of the first earth? Or rather, who are the inhabitants of the first earth? The who is that the inhabitants of the first earth are demons. The second part of the question, where are they? They're lurking about looking for a body to live out the rest of their life in. Demons are disembodied spirits. Are you hearing me? So in order to be a disembodied spirit, you had to have had a body before. Okay? Demons are not at the behest or the control of Lucifer. Fallen angels are. And there are 1/3 of them that occupy the atmosphere. So Satan is not just over demons. His demons, fallen angels, and say to your neighbor, and you. Now, listen to me. How does Satan have power? He has power because the 3 areas that he controls is fallen angels, demons, and evil spirits. Now, the demons are disembodied spirits. The fallen angels are the inhabitants of the host of heaven, which 1/3 he drew with the tail. 1/3 of the host of heaven came down to him. Be careful, you have these angels that have the power to transform themselves into angels of light because they know how to operate. And evil spirits. Now, what is an evil spirit? Evil spirit is a human person whose spirit has gone bad. The Son of Sam, the 70s, during the disco time, held the whole New York City in hostage, killing people. The sniper a few years ago, folks afraid to ride 95. When a human spirit goes bad, it becomes the property of Lucifer. My mouth is dry. My mouth never gets dry. This is a good message. Now, go back to my scripture. The scripture says that I will destroy you, O covering cherub, angel, from the midst of the stones of fire. So Satan has been dismissed out of your life. Say it. Satan's been dismissed out of my life. Now, Bishop, you're preaching us a whole new doctrine and stuff like that, because now you got to help us with it, because all my life they've been teaching me this. Well, you didn't learn that from me. Satan has been dismissed out of our life. Satan has been dismissed out of our life. Satan has been, and he's been dismissed out of our life by God. God did this thing. Turn to your neighbor and say, God, because if God didn't do it, you would be no match for him. I mean, Satan ain't kind now. Right? By the multitudes of your merchandise, it has filled the midst of thee with violence, and you sinned. Therefore, I will cast you, I will profane you, defame you, I will cast you out of the mountain. In other words, you no longer have access to me. So God says, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to defame you. I'm going to take away your little card that you use to swipe to get into the building. That's gone. You no longer have access to God, Lucifer. Watch this here. You know, out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy you, and I will remove you from the midst of the stones of fire. Now, this is important, that God has to move Lucifer from the midst of the stones of fire, because the stones are us, and we have access to God. Duh, that's the reason why Satan seeks an audience with us. Because if he can get an audience with us, then he has an audience with God. You're not hearing what I'm saying. He has an audience with God. Next verse. All right? It says, your heart was lifted up. Can you read the King James on this, please? You got it?
Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty.
Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty.
You have corrupted your wisdom by reason of your brightness.
And you become so smart that now you know how to work scams. You know how to get stuff for free. You know how to manipulate the system. You know how to manipulate people. And God said, we don't have to do this. We're blessed. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. Why am I manipulating when the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof? Why am I trying to get over when the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof? Why are you not acting out like Lucifer, like you are a son of the morning? Why do you bring so much night when you come? Why do you fellowship in so much darkness? All right. What does it say?
I will cast you to the ground.
I cast you to the ground.
I will lay you before
Somebody say
kings.
you're coming down. And he's going to lay you before kings.
That they may behold you.
That they may behold you.
You have defiled your sanctuary.
This is where I want to go. You have defiled your sanctuaries. This is what he said to Lucifer. You defiled your sanctuary.
By the multitude of your iniquities.
Yeah.
By the iniquity of your traffic.
Yeah.
Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of you.
Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. Now, hell comes out of the nature of Satan. Say it. And I want to tell you this morning that hell comes out of your nature. You will determine whether you have peace with God or whether you will burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. Throughout all of eternity, you control your destiny by earthly destinations. Bishop Bloomer is preaching in here today. Put that thing up there. Yeah, where you at?
It shall devour you.
And it shall devour you. Anger will devour you. Unforgiveness will devour you. Cheating will devour you. Sickness will devour. Can I get some help, somebody? It will devour you. This flame, this fire that comes out of you, this is not an eternal flame for the soul. This is a flame that touches human individuals. Human individuals. That promotes our ungodly agenda. And the conscience that's behind it will cause us to be destroyed. Now, let's put this thing together. What problem